All right. So apparently, right, here is a Muslim gathering in Osaka, which draws attention. Okay, and many locals are now speaking up against or Islam. Right. So this is just Muslim people apparently in Osaka in Japan. I'll play it for you. You can see multiple people there. They're dressed in that Islamic attire. Apparently that's Osaka. There's a lot of Muslims there in Japan. That's interesting in Osaka, which is awesome. Whatever you want to do. So hold on, Phil. Right. So now there's becoming a growing Muslim population in Japan, Osaka, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now there's a clip here that's showing people marching against Islam in Japan. What's going on? So here's a clip, right, of Japan First Party, which recently took out a rally to deport Muslims from Japan. What? So there's a rally here happening in Japan, right, about them wanting to deport Muslims from Japan. Let's check it out for a bit. You see that flag over there? That kind of flag there, isn't that the Imperial Japanese flag? So they mean business, bro.
No, that's...
Well, hold on, Phil. That's quite a lot of people, bro. Whoa. Okay. Phil, and there's more to react to here in regards to the rise of right-wing politics, right, and the Japanese Trump. But Muslims in Japan and Japanese people feeling some type of way, what's going on there? Like, are they going against everyone? Black, white, Muslims? If you ain't the Japanese kind of life, Japanese look, get out of Japan. Apparently they don't want Muslims out there, brother. What's your thoughts?
Honestly, I would say the Muslims in Osaka should be very careful. And they should not be congregating like that. And if they're in one central area with like a traditional garb, that would be very unwise to do. I would not be doing that at all. Japanese have a history of wiping out religion from their country. And they can just turn the switch on and do it. Be very, very careful about that. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Whoa, brother, what do you mean taking religion out of the country? How did they actually remove it? Is it deportations? Is it for ideology? What does that mean for you? What?
Deletions.
Flipping heck. They wouldn't do that. Yeah. No, Phil, they wouldn't do that. No, whoa. In 2025, they wouldn't do that, Phil. Hell no. No, bro. What?
Bro, I'm just saying it is very unwise for Muslims to be conjugating together like that in a central area where they can all be identified wearing traditional garb. Very unwise. If I were them, I would scatter. I would never wear any of the garb. I would wear like traditional, like suit and tie, as the Japanese do. Eat Japanese food. Just don't eat pork. And don't go to mosque on Friday. In fact, stay as far away from the mosque as you possibly can. That's how you would dissipate this kind of problem right now.
Yo, but Theo, Japan needs people. And, you know, and I heard that.
They don't care. You have to deal with the Japanese as they truly are.
But they need us, Theo. The birth rate is dropping. No. The jobs are not being taken. Old people are old there. We're looking after them. Indonesians are Muslim. Malaysians are Muslim. They're bringing them in as well. So, Theo, they have to integrate Islam in society, Theo, right? They have to.
No. Integrate Islam? Did you say that?
Yes, bro. It's the same way in the West we did so in America and UK. It's part of our culture now. They're going to do it, Theo, bro. They have to.
No, they don't. No, let's just say you are very much underestimating the Japanese and what they can do. very much underestimating. And they have an expression called shikoku, which is closed country. And they have no problems with doing shikoku at all. They can switch it on. And if they don't like something, they can wipe it out. So I would be extremely careful. So like, I'm in Tokyo area. I know where one of the biggest mosques are in Tokyo. If this were going on right now, I wouldn't even go down the street there. I wouldn't even be affiliated. There's no way. I'd keep my garb really good. I would make sure I'm wearing a suit and tie. I'd look just like the Japanese, speak Japanese, eat soba udon, do the same things they do. I would not even be pressing their buttons, not regarding religion. No. I'm just telling you, IP, just be extremely careful regarding religion in the Japanese. They can take action.
Why is it that Japanese don't like religion or don't accept religion, brother? What's up with that?
They have their way. They have their way of doing things. If you have you studied it at all? What they did with religion?
I think someone tried bringing Christianity back in the day and they stopped it. There's a movie or book about that.
Oh, it's more than that. Let me see if I can get one of my books from my bookshelf. Oh yeah, here it is. This is some beautiful books. When I want to say so much beautiful, here it is. Let me put this on here real quick. This book, Silence. Okay, Silence by Shuaku Endo. Actually, Endo Shusaku. This book really shows the mentality of the Japanese towards religion. And I would say y'all need to read it and do understand that's how they really think. So be extremely careful. I'm Christian, and my late wife, is an atheist. And I knew very well not to really say anything about religion inside the house because she wasn't going to take it. And she was a very typical Japanese woman. She was she was running the mill, and I knew not to press her buttons on it. So if there is a religious group that is pressing any kind of buttons with the Japanese, they need to be very careful.
Okay. Whoa, Japan. I better accept us, bro.
I'm looking at somebody saying there says a high number of native Japanese Christians is what surprises me. It's not a high number. There's less than 1% of Japanese population is Christian. Less than 1%. It's very rare that you will see a church. You have to actually really work to see a church. So that would mean less than 1.2 million people are Christian in Japan. I would. Most of those people who are Christian are older, like really older. Like I'm talking 60 and above, like 70 and above. So it's like Christianity is pretty much dying out in the country. There's not a lot of numbers on it. So the people that you're seeing that are Muslim, they're not really converts. They're people they're foreigners who came over as Muslims. The Japanese know how to deal with that. I'm just saying the Japanese know how to deal with that, and they don't have a problem executing. So just be careful.
Okay. Yo, it's going to be eerie out there, bro. I don't know what's happening in Japan, but Japan, don't you dare go full on nationalistic, because we have a million brothers that want to move out there and give you a woman. And you better open up the doors. It's going to be a problem.
No, we're going to
crash out.
The foreigners had better figure out how to act a Japanese way, or a lot of coffins will be exported abroad.
What the flip?
Yes. That'll be your return ticket, will be in a coffin. That's how the Japanese operate. I would never push their buttons with religion. Not at all. Because they could just they can go real real Japanese real quick, and something happens. So what you're seeing right here, this I'm not surprised at all. And there's probably the Japanese people are looking at this like, hey, we don't like this. Like we have a Japanese way, and you either follow it or get out of the country. That's how they're really thinking. So if you're a foreigner and say you gotta allow us in, or like you gotta allow this or that, I would also say that for the same thing for the Hindus. Hindus usually aren't a problem, to be honest. So it's usually, they come and they're making curry, and the Japanese love curry anyway, right? So there's usually a pretty good synergy, right?
Lord.
So as long as the Hindus are just chill, the Japanese are probably going to be just chill out with them too, because they're going to eat at the same place. You don't have the same issue with the Muslims, because Muslims, for one thing, they're not going to be eating pork, and Japanese love pork. They mass eat that stuff. And then if the Muslims say, well, this is our culture, this is what we do, the Japanese will be like, oh, that's cute. There's the airport's over there. Go there or change. And, oh, by the way, we have 120 million of us here. It's our country. And they're not playing around. They will execute. Like, I saw the dark side of Japan more than once. That they are not to be messed with in their own country. So this is why I would say just
when people say execute, he means they will do things in a way to protect their culture and a country. That may mean deportations, ideology change. Yeah, that's what it means. Just put it out there. Okay.
They can do more than that.
Yeah, I'll be gotta keep it PG, Phil. Gotta keep it PG.
No, they can riot against the population and start doing things and start deleting people. I would not hold that against them. No, they have a history of doing this. The only reason why I would say that they are so peaceful at this time and not doing those kinds of things is because the American military just happens to be there. But the military won't do anything. Like they can't even go to the street. U.S. military, they're in Okinawa, and they're like this basis. They really can't go off base. They know that. So I mean, the fact that the Japanese haven't really taught these Muslims right now the real face of Japan, I'm kind of surprised. So the Japanese are being highly tolerant at this point.
Okay, wow, a different side of Japan. We've not seen. I'm following me and Phil for that development.
You should read this book, The Silence. You read it. This is a disturbing book, but it's actually accurate. It actually happened. And it's what happened to the Christian missionaries when they went to Japan. It's actually horrible. It's very graphic.
There's a film.
If you read it,
there's a film I've got to check out. The film. Scorsese.
Read the film. Yeah, either one. But like the book is graphic, and you're sitting there like, oh my goodness, these people are not joking around. They're just not. So you want to say this? Just be very careful, guys. The Japanese are nice, but they could just like, okay, we've just reverted to being our normal Japanese selves. Like, all right, yep,